Welcome back to the Cozy Cottage Homestead. Today I'm going to do a little garden tour, show y'all what's growing and what's doing good and maybe even what's not doing too good. This is some parsley. We have our stevia. We overwintered it. It came back looking good, doing good. And we have another parsley plant here. And this is one little pickling cucumber. I had 4 of them planted in this raised pot, but seems like the maybe a frog or a lizard just ate the plant right off, so we're going to replant those. Have a beautiful strawberry plant growing right here in our grower solutions, I believe towers is what they're called. Oops, I almost dropped my phone. Sorry about that, didn't mean to drop y'all. And we have some romaine lettuce growing in the other tower. We've already harvested a good bit of it. It did not grow all the way up like it was supposed to and make the little heads, but nevertheless, it's still lettuce. We've had salad out of it a couple of times. This was a red romaine lettuce. This tower over here is my herb tower. This is the lemon balm, purple basil, some kind of little hot pepper that's purple. We have some lavender. We have some thyme. And we have some rosemary. And some sage. And some spearmint. And some peppermint. All growing good, doing good in the grow towers. This little pot here has a mint that I've never tried. It is a chocolate mint. So it's right here close to the house. And this is my little satsuma tree. Something is eating on the leaves. This was the one that I started about 2 years ago from a seed. So I got to get some poison on it or some more DE and see if we can get the bugs off of it from eating the leaves. Again, we have lots of lizards and frogs. So I'm wondering if the lizards are maybe eating the leaves because they have like little bites taken out of them. This is one giant curly leaf mustard green. I let it go to seed. It has been beautiful. We have lots of butterflies and hummingbirds coming to feed on it. I will still take the seeds and save them and then harvest the leaves and we'll make a big pot of greens. Asparagus bed is doing quite well. We've harvested about a dozen or so asparagus. These asparagus are about 4 years old, so this fall we'll probably have a lot more asparagus. We'll have to cut off all the stalks where it's grown and gone to seed, but they are doing really good. Potato drum, they are doing lovely. That's number 1, potato drum. Potato drum number 2, doing good. This one was planted the last of all of them. And this bed right here is planted with nothing but potatoes. It's a really, really, really deep bed, so it should do quite well for potatoes. They seem to be really, really liking this spot. They are very luscious and green and healthy. Tomato plants are in desperate need of being staked, but I already see a few blooms on them. We have some more turnip greens back behind it. And then we have some more tomatoes here. And some more curly, large curly mustard greens. And one turnip mixed in with another curly mustard green. And we have just a couple little bell pepper plants right here. And yes, it's starting to rain a little bit, but along the back row right there, along the lattice, we have cucumbers planted. Then we have some yellow squash in front. And then we have some eggplant right here in the front. All of the cucumbers are looking really, really good. And then we have 3 more bell pepper plants here. And I have some zucchini planted right here in the middle, but it didn't come up. So I'm going to replant that. Another small potato bin here. A potato drum here. And another potato drum here. And all of the grapes are growing back over the bed that I just showed you. They're all healthy and looking good and doing good. And you can see we have some little tiny grapes right there. And some little tiny grapes right there. This is like a little arbor. We used a cattle panel for the grapes to grow over on the side of the raised bed. This is the bottom of the grapevine, planted on the inside. This is a little peach tree, doing quite well. It's about, we've had it about 2 years. It probably was a 2-year-old already when we got it, and it has about 4 or 5 little peaches on it, which is awesome. It'll be the first year getting peaches off of it. Japanese plum tree, doing quite well. Not a lot of new growth on it. We'll be getting peaches off of it probably next year. I don't know. I think last year we got a few, but not peaches, plums. So it'll definitely be producing pretty good. Probably this fall or spring next year we'll have a little mess of plums. And this is just a Japanese magnolia tree. Makes really, really pretty flowers. Hostas are doing really, really good. Lots of great health benefits with hosta. You also can eat it like you would a salad. Mix it in with your other lettuces and stuff. A lot of beneficial health benefits there. And here's another really healthy, beautiful hosta plant. And we have the boysenberry plant, doing really good. Starting to put on some berries. I need to come out here and run it back up on the lattice. But it is doing good, taking off. It's a very young plant, so I'm very pleased with the growth with it. And right here we have some apple mint. Definitely new to me, but I'm going to be trying it. I always grow green onions. They grow so good. Make onion powder, dehydrate them. And then this one is an orange mint. Another new one here on the homestead. And this one, see if I can see what it says. I believe this one is a pineapple sage. Very good. I already tasted some of the leaves. I think all of these will be great for herbal teas. So I'm excited to be growing those on the homestead to add to my herbal teas. The turmeric is starting to come back. It usually starts back a little later into the fall. You can see it's starting to pop up. Of course, there's some weeds in there. You know, every good gardener has a few weeds. Has some beautiful, pretty pink roses right here. And that is the ginger coming back up underneath it. And then we have another beautiful section of roses growing right here. I will definitely be dehydrating some of these, probably to make some rose water pretty soon, and use it for bath mixes. And also you can use it for herbal teas, although I'm not very big on floral scented teas. It does have its health benefits though. Just another little view of the roses and my antique hand pump water well. Very cute little spot right here in the yard. And we have some wild muscadines growing here on the fence row. They've always grown here since we bought the property. I believe the lady that had the property did have some grapes growing, so I think they've crossed with muscadines because they taste more like a muscadine. And they look like muscadines. We have another knockout gorgeous red rose growing right here. Hope y'all can see that. Kind of lifted my camera up above my head. Have some gardenias. Make a beautiful jasmine scent. The cold had kind of did a number on them, but they came back and they are loaded with flowers. See if I can get this rose a little closer so you can see it. It's just beautiful. And we have another little hosta plant tucked behind the box bush tree, bush, whatever you want to call it. It's a cute little story about the hosta plants. I got these from my friend Miss Angela probably about 15 years ago, maybe 16 years ago now. When we went to their homesteader weekend that they had. They no longer have those at their home, but we were able to get a few plants when we were there, and I have managed to keep them going ever since. And way out there we have a nice row done for cucumbers, pumpkins, and I think some spaghetti squash and some cantaloupe. And all of them have popped up. I know you can't really see them, but it just started raining a little bit harder, so I'm not going to walk out that way. And we have some other little seedlings started in some seed trays. And I want to give a shout out to a few people. Miss Susan's Ramblings, Meg's Little House in the Country, Christina, Our Wood Home, Wanda, Louisiana Style, and Old Frederick Farm Homestead. So go check out those channels if you're looking for some new homesteading channels. They all have a lot of great stuff to offer. Some of them are small channels, but I love to give shout outs to small channels so they can get their channel out there and get noticed. You know, we all had to start the same way. So I always like to be sharing other channels with y'all. So if you're looking for some new channels to check out, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to them. So go check them out and see if there's something going on that you would like from those channels. So thanks for joining me today on the little garden tour. And farewell, homestead family, friends, and neighbors from the Cozy Cottage Homestead.